Hello everyone, welcome to Little Baby Bum Story Corner. My name is Darren and today I'm going to read you a story all about dressing up. Have we got our listening ears on? Perfect, here we go. One day, Mia and Ella were getting ready to go outside for some fun when they realised it was raining. Ella was very disappointed, but Mia had an idea. She told Ella to cover her eyes. Ta-da! She got out the dress-up box. Ella wasn't very excited. She didn't want to wear the monkey ears. Mia dived in to find something fun for Ella. She seemed to have disappeared. And then, boop, she popped up wearing a pirate's costume. Back in the box, she found the scary eye patch. Arrgh! She needed one more item. A parrot. Perfect. Ella was delighted and wanted to join in, so she jumped into the box to see what she could find. Do you guys like to dress up? You do? What is your favourite character to dress up as? Really? Mine is a pirate. I love dressing up as a pirate. After 3, can we all pretend to be a pirate, everyone? And go arrgh straight after 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Arrgh! Well done, everyone. Should we get back to the story? Just then, Ollie comes in, wondering what all the noise was about. Suddenly, he's wearing monkey ears, a bow tie, and has a wand. What a funny combination. He decides to be a magic monkey, and after flying onto the toy box, he begins to cast a spell. Abracadabra! He turns Ella into a princess. Ella loves her costume, her crown, her jewels, and her skirt with all the colours of the rainbow. The others bow as she does her princess walk. After that, Ollie becomes a gorilla, roaring loudly and beating his chest. He begins to chase Mia the pirate into the corner. Help! Would you like to have a magic wand? If you did have a magic wand, what spell would you cast? Really? I would cast a spell for lots and lots of sweeties. Now let's get back to the story and see what happens. Just then, Daddy arrived with Max. What could he be? An aeroplane. We found a hat with propellers and a vest with wings for his arms. Dad flies him around the room, making plane noises. Meow. They have a brilliant time, pretending to be their different characters all around the room. Max finally lands on the sofa with Daddy, and the others join him. Oh look, just then Ella notices the ball that she was so excited to play with. Outside the sun is now shining, so should they go out and play with the ball? No, dressing up is so much fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the story today, and I hope to see you all again here for another story at Little Baby Bum Story Corner. See you soon, everyone. Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Little Baby Bum Story Corner. My name is Darren, and today I'm going to read you a story all about Old MacDonald's farm. Have you got our listening ears on? Perfect. Let's start our story. Mia and her friends have gone to Old MacDonald's farm. There was a muddy puddle at the entrance, so Oscar put down some stones so they could cross. Tilly was too excited, so she ran straight through. First they came to the pig pen. Mia and Tilly climbed on the fence and practiced their pig noises. Oscar had bought some snacks and threw Mia an apple. She took a bite, but then a cheeky pig snatched and ate it. Just then, Old MacDonald drove through the field riding Terry the tractor. Tilly was playing with the cows, trying to wake them up, but she slipped over a cow pat. The pigs found it very funny, and so did Tilly. Mia and Oscar were laughing too, but this time Tilly, she watched her step. Oscar hadn't. His wellies were all messy. Have you ever been to a farm? You have? What animals did you see when you went to a farm? Some of you saw my favourite animal. I won't tell you which one yet because I think it's coming up in our story. Everyone listening? Just then, they noticed some tracks leading to a pond with some little ducklings in. Tilly had spotted them too and ran straight over. But she was so noisy that the poor ducklings were scared off. Tilly ran after them, making duck noises, quack, 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 quack. Back in the pond, they swam towards her, but this time the cows scared them away. She joined her friends in making moo noises. Oscar was about to eat his apple, and the pigs had seen it too. Oscar tried his best to escape, but the pigs chased him, running round and round the hay bales. Those cheeky pigs are always hungry. Can you remember some of the animals we've seen already? You've got great memories. Can you make one of the animal noises? Quack, quack. Quack, quack. That's my favourite one. I'm a big fan of the ducks. I love ducks. Now, let's get on with our story. Everybody ready? After all the excitement, the three friends lay down to rest. Suddenly, they saw a flying sheep. The lambs were leaping over them. Tilly joined in their jumping exercises, and they all danced together. All the animals joined in the fun. The ducks were singing along, the cows were doing spectacular somersaults, and the pigs, they couldn't help but dance. Until he got a bit distracted. Old MacDonald arrived on Terry the tractor. He didn't expect to see everyone dancing. Now it was home time. What a fun day at the farm. They seemed to have a lot of fun, and I hope you all had fun listening to that story. And I'll see you all again here for another story soon. Bye everyone. Hello everyone, and welcome to Little Baby Bum's Story Corner. My name is Darren, and today I'm going to read you a story all about baking. Are we ready? Have we got our listening ears on? Perfect. Let's start our story. One day, Mia and Ollie were doing some baking with Mummy. They put on their aprons with a little help and were ready to start. What should we make, thought Mummy? I have the perfect idea. Pancakes. Mia put the ingredients in a bowl and Ollie began to mix. He was very excited, so we got a bit messy. Mummy cooked the pancakes in a pan, cleverly flipping them over. She cooked another scoop of batter, and then they had a big stack ready for topping. Ollie added slices of banana, and Mia topped it off with chocolate sauce. They happily tucked in. Pancakes are delicious. Do you like baking? You do? What do you like to bake? That sounds nice. I like to bake chocolate cake because chocolate cake's my favourite. One thing to always remember, when you're baking, to always have a grown-up with you in the kitchen because kitchen can be very, very dangerous. Are we ready to go back to our story? Ollie and Mia had eaten their pancakes. And what should they make now? Some blueberry pancakes. Mia measured and poured some milk, and Ollie whisked them all together. He was getting better, but still managed to splash some mixture around. This time, Mia got to flip a pancake. She did it! Well done, Mia. Another scoop of mixture was added to the pan, and now their stack was ready. Mia called to Mummy, "Blueberries, please." She brought out the fruit to put on top, and Mia cheekily popped one into her mouth. Ollie thought that was naughty, but then Mummy stole one too, so he had one as well. Yummy. I love making pancakes, but when I make pancakes, I have something special I like to have on mine. what special ingredient do you like to have on your pancakes? What's your favourite topping? Mine is syrup. I love syrup all over my pancakes. Now, should we find out what happens next in our story? Mia and Ollie had finished, and Mummy came to take their plates. But Mia wanted more. She knew the ingredients off by heart and poured them into a bowl. Ollie did some wonderful whisking, mixing everything all together. Mummy helped Ollie to have a go at flipping a pancake, and Mia cheered him on. Before long, their stack was finished and ready to eat. "Thank you, children," Mummy said, as she got ready to eat them all by herself. "Only joking. Here's 2 forks so we can all share together." Thank you, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed our story today, and I hope to see you all again soon right here at Little Baby Bum Story Corner. Bye, everyone.
Hello everyone, welcome to Story Corner with me, Alice, and today's story is all about a rainy day. Do you know what happens when you get rain and sunshine at the same time? Yes, you get a rainbow, and rainbows can be very beautiful and they're very colourful. Can you think of any colours in the rainbow? How about you tell me your favourite colour now? My favourite colour is pink. Could you tell me what colour this is? That's right, it's purple. Can you tell me what colour this is? That's right, it's orange. How about this one? It's yellow. And what colour is this? Yes, it's red. Can you think of any colours that I didn't show you? Green and blue. Well, let's see what's happening in our story today. Baby Max and Panda were sitting in the garden enjoying the sunshine when some dark clouds came and it started to rain. Baby Max was not happy that he couldn't play in the sunshine, but it was very gloomy and wet outside. Just then, Panda had a great idea. Well, if it was raining, they should go and play in the puddles. Baby Max liked this idea very much, and he went to get his wellies and his umbrella. Out he went into the rain. Splash, splash went Baby Max. So in our story, there were 2 types of weather. There was sunshine and there was rain. Can you think of any other types of weather? Well, I can, because in England, in the winter when it is very cold and the rain freezes, you can sometimes get snow. You can also have a breezy day or a cloudy day. There are loads of different types of weather. Now, if it was a rainy day, might there be something that you need to wear? Did you see what Baby Max put on in our story? Yes, he got his wellies and his umbrella. It's very fun to play in the rain, but even better if you are wearing the right things. Let's see how they got on. Itsy Bitsy came out to play. He was in his leaf boat and Max gave him a wave. Panda had another great idea of what they could do in the rain. And off they went, splashing. Panda climbed up the steps to the treehouse. Baby Max went to follow but struggled and slipped back down. Just when he thought he was left behind, out popped Mia and Monkey to play. Monkey swung down and lifted Baby Max up. It was very cosy inside the treehouse. Mummy was very pleased to see that they were making the most of the wet weather. But Ella wanted to play too. She felt she was missing out. "Don't worry," said Mummy. "You can go and play." So off she went through the garden up into the treehouse. When she got there, she found that they were having a tea party. It didn't matter that it was raining. They could all have a lovely time together anyway. I like that story very much. It's always good to make the most of whatever the weather is. What's the weather like where you are? Do you have a window you can look out of? Well, maybe you can make a weather chart and write down lots of different types of weather. And then you can look out your window and you can tick off if you see any of the types of weather. That might be fun for you to do. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in Story Corner, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!
Hello, and welcome to Little Baby Bum Story Corner. My name is Nick. When I was little, I really wanted to be an astronaut and fly off into space in a rocket. I never managed it, but I've always been fascinated by the stars and space and the universe. Well, today's story is all about the stars, and it's called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. It was a beautiful moonlit night, and Twinkle was asleep on her cloud. A shining star passed by and woke her up, spinning away into space. Twinkle leapt after it, chasing it down to the earth. Twinkle began to fly over the town. "Look!" cried Rhonda to Buster as they watched her floating by. What a sight! Twinkle soared over the countryside, just as Terry the tractor was finishing his work for the day. Terry gazed up at her as she floated along, twinkling as she went. Have you ever looked up into the night sky and seen the stars? In the summer months, it's a bit bright at bedtime, but during the winter, you can look up into the night sky and see hundreds of stars. There are actually billions of them in space, and they are big burning balls of gas, just like our sun. There are patterns of stars in the sky called constellations. These constellations form pictures, and a long time ago, sailors would use these pictures to map their way across the sea. There are different constellations. One is called the Plough, which is like a big bucket, and another called Orion. He is a soldier, and he has a sword and a shield, and if you look out for 3 bright stars all in a row, that is Orion's belt. Let's continue with Twinkle's journey. Twinkle arrived at some houses and was looking for a certain one. She floated over to the window, and there was Mia, fast asleep in bed. Twinkle looked in at the next window, and there was Ollie, happily snuggled up. Over to the next window, Ella was happily tucked up too. Twinkle floated round to the next window to check on a sleeping baby Max, but as she arrived at the window, Max woke up. She quickly used her magic to open the window and float inside. She hovered over his cot and sprinkled stardust on him, which made Max begin to fly. They flew off back out of the window and into the night sky. Wow, would have been very exciting to fly like Max is doing, wouldn't it? Have you ever been up in an aeroplane and looked down at the earth below? Everything looks so small, doesn't it? Cars are like ants, and buildings are like blades of grass. I think it would be very cold up there in the night sky too, don't you? Max must be getting very chilly in just his pyjamas. Well, let's watch his flying adventure with Twinkle. As Max flew alongside Twinkle, he gazed down at the world below. It was so exciting. They flew on past clouds, and a shining piece of stardust settled itself on his nose. They flew on, with Max twisting and turning in the air. All this excitement was making him sleepy, so Twinkle flew him back home. She gently guided him in through his window and back into his cot, quickly flying away in time for Mummy to check on a sleeping baby Max. Good night, Twinkle. Wow, that was a very exciting adventure for Max, wouldn't it? I'd love to fly like him. Well, next time it's night time, you have a look up into the night sky and see how many stars you can count. Thanks for joining me in the Little Baby Bum Story Corner. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Story Corner with me, Alice. And today's story is all about what happens when you get a boo-boo. Well, getting a boo-boo isn't very nice, but there are lots of ways we can make ourselves feel better. And it might be that sometimes we have to help someone else feel better when they get a boo-boo. And also, there are lots of things we can do to make sure that we don't hurt ourselves in the first place. Well, let's take a look at our story. Mummy was watching baby Max play when he fell over. It surprised him, so he started to cry. Mummy picked him up and took him to the sofa to check he was okay. But baby Max had a boo-boo on his elbow. Mummy gently stroked his hair and wiped his tears, but he was still upset. So Mummy took out one of her special band-aids, the one with the monkeys on, and it made him feel much better. Mummy went to the window to watch Ollie on his skateboard. Just then he fell off it. Mummy went to see if he was okay. He was very upset, and she looked down to see that he had a boo-boo on his knee. She got out one of her special band-aids, put it on, and gave it a big kiss. It made Ollie feel much better, and soon he was ready to get back on that skateboard. Well, just then, she turned round to see Ella on her bicycle. Oh, but she hit a stone and fell off it with a thud. Mummy checked her over, but she was still upset and needed a cuddle. Mummy gave her a big hug. It made her feel so much better, and she was ready to get back on that bicycle. Can you think of anything that might make you feel better if you get a boo-boo? That's right, you might want a cuddle from your favourite grown-up. Or you might want to play with your favourite toy. You might want to sing your favourite song or play a game with a friend. Can you think of anything you might do that might help cheer someone else up if they get a boo-boo? Yes, you could draw them a picture. What a fantastic idea. You could also pick them some flowers. Just make sure that you're allowed to pick the flowers first. I always like a nice cup of tea to make me feel better. Well, let's see what else happens in our story. Later that day, Mummy was tidying the wardrobe when one of the toys fell out and hit her on the hand. Mia to the rescue. She put one of the special band-aids on Mummy to make her feel better. How nice of her. Can you think of anything you might need to keep yourself safe if you were going to play and you were going to ride a bicycle or a skateboard or a scooter? There might be something you wanted to wear to make sure that you were safe. Yes, you could wear a helmet, or you could wear some knee pads and some elbow pads. That way, if you did fall over, you wouldn't hurt yourself. It can be great fun to play. You just have to make sure that you've got everything you need to keep you safe. Let's get back to our story. The next time that Ella and Ollie went out, they made sure they were wearing their helmets. And Mummy made sure to keep an extra close eye on Max to make sure she was there to catch him when he fell. Mia was there to the rescue too. But sometimes Mummy forgets that Daddy needs looking after too. What a great story! It's wonderful to look after each other. That way we all stay happy and safe. It can give you a lovely warm fuzzy feeling inside to be kind to one another. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in Story Corner, and I'll see you next time. Bye!